will be misled. These things gives you a guideline about your partners. These rudiments, these ingredients makes you to be focused on your partner. Quickly, we are going to flip into the other parts. What does it mean to own a relationship? What does it mean to own a relationship? Number one, you must build a connection of communication. You must build a connection of communication. Not just communication, but a connection. Why I say a connection? Because a communication that has no connection will not stay longer. A communication that has no connection is temporary. But a communication that has a connection stays longer. Praise God. Just like the third mainland bridge, you can see what the third mainland bridge is standing for is a communication between the mainland and the island. So if there is no connection, which is the third mainland bridge, it means man will only take a boat from the mainland to the island, and that boat is just a temporary movement. The boat cannot occupy the whole line of communication, but the third mainland bridge stands as a connection between the man and the woman, and that third mainland bridge builds a strong foundation of communication. So in other words, the connection that stands makes your communication between you and your partner to last longer and become stronger. Are you following me? So when somebody is telling you relationship is all about communication, yes, but if the connection is not there, that communication is just for a while. And that's why you see even marriages are collapsing today. If you ask what happened, yes, we are talking, yes, we are communicating, but there is no connection. What is the connection in that communication? The connection is your concern, is your care, is your strong feelings between you and your partner. That is the connection that brings the communication. Are you with me? So that is the connection that brings the communication. Hello? If MTN is not existing, there will be no communication. Am I right? If the mass of MTN is not being elected, there will be no network. There will be no connection. So between your mobile phone and the next person that you are calling, there is a connection. So if that connection is not there, your mobile phone is useless. That's to tell us that if your marriage is existing, if you are married, if you are into courtship, and there is no connection, that communication is a worthless communication. Somebody will say, what is keeping between me and you is just the business that we have. After the transaction of that business, what happened to your tent, O Israel? But what keeps a marriage, what keeps a courtship stronger and deeper is the connection. And that connection is your heart of feelings, your strong feelings. get me this, she will do it. If the wife wants to make some food in the house, he will ask money from the husband will give. True of us. But there is no connection. For every courtship to stand and move to marriage, there must be a connection. If a man and a woman are not connected, your communication is nothing to write home about. Praise God. The next one is spend quality time with your partner. Spend quality time with your partner. Now, when we are talking about partner, I'm not just talking about those who are married alone. I'm also addressing the single. Because when you are into courtship, she is your partner, he is your partner. So also if you are in marriage, he is your partner, she is your partner. But the difference between the two is the courtship, you are not yet married. You are intending to. So you must spend a quality time with him and her. Now let me address those who are in courtship or those who are intending to go into courtship. Quality time at the moment of courtship is dangerous. Quality time at the moment of courtship is dangerous. When I was courting my wife, before I got married to her, the quality time I spend with her is by visiting her in her parents' home. I come to visit, we spend quality time in the sitting room, we discuss, we talk to our length, we go downstairs with the seats, in the open places where people are passing, we talk, we begin to know each other. And when it's time for me to take her out, we go to fast food, we sit down, we spend some quality time. When we are doing this, people are around us. I'm emphasizing this so that you will not pick the quality time and spend quality time alone with your partner while you are courting. It's dangerous. So when you want to spend a quality time with your partner while courting, you spend a quality time with him or her when people are around. And for those who are married, quality time is mandatory. It's compulsory that you spend it with your wife. It's compulsory that you spend it with your husband. I want to share some story with us. I know of a young man who is a minister of God. He's a vibrant man. You know, they just got married and the anointing was just too much in him. He was going from one program or the other, one present to the other. But did you know the biggest mistake that young man made was having all his time in ministry? And there is a huge gap in his marriage. What I'm telling us is a life story. There was a huge gap in his marriage. He was busy, vibrant. Anywhere he goes, God was using him. But the other one part was suffering. His marriage was suffering. Because of not spending quality time with his wife, the marriage got broken. Something happened along the line. Something happened along the line which I will not go deep, that caused the marriage to be thwarted away. Let me tell us, church, if you don't spend quality time with your partner, somebody will help you to spend the quality time with him or her. No matter how busy you are, you must be ready to spend quality time. His weakness, His strengths are strengths. Before you be able to know how you spend a quality time with her. Some of you will say, yes, my husband don't like cheating. Look for what he loves most. Every man likes to cheat. Every man likes to talk. But you need to find what your husband loves to cheat with. Sometimes it might be football. Discover what he likes to cheat on. If your husband is a minister, he may be somebody that likes to talk about different ministries. Find a way to go into his heart. Discover what he loves. If your wife loves gisting, find a way to know what is her best gist. Everybody likes to gist, but you need to discover what he or she loves to talk about. Quality time. Believe in his or her vision and give maximum support. How to own your relationship. Believe in his or her vision and give a maximum support. If you have a partner who don't believe in your vision, there is problem. If you have a partner who don't believe in your vision, there is problem. You must believe in his vision. You must believe in our vision. And also support our vision. Support his vision. Every man has a vision. If he is a career woman, support her career. If your husband is a minister, support his vision, support his ministry. Whatever he does, support him. Give maximum support. You must be ready to adjust and adapt. If you want to own your relationship, you must be ready what? To adjust. Why should you adjust? Because both of you are coming from different backgrounds. The background I'm coming from and the background she's coming from is different. Are totally different. The orientation that she has, the orientation you have is not the same. And the only way for you to adjust is to take part of you off and put part of him on you. The only way for a man also to adjust is to take part of you off and put part of her on you. So in other words, it means as a husband or a man, anywhere you go, you are carrying the half part of your wife on you. As a woman, anywhere you go, you are also carrying the half part of your husband in you. And that's why you see, when a woman and a man begin to grow in marriage, people will begin to say, why is it that both of you look alike? Why is it that the resemblance, I can see, your face is there, you are carrying a face, because both of you are carrying half of each other. Praise God. So you need to adjust and also adapt. In adaptation, it is not necessary, it is not mandatory that she do everything you ask her to do, because she's not your kind. Hello? Hello? She's not your kind. There are sometimes there are things that you tell her to do, she will not be able to do it, because she's not your kind. And in this area, this is where you need to understand her. This is where you need to understand him. Sometimes you feel like, I wish my husband can do this. I wish. But the more you wish, you now discover that he cannot even do what you are wishing for. This is area where you need to understand. And adaptation whereby, you see, there are things you tell him to do, he began to do it. This is where adaptation comes in. That's why Paul said, he said, when I go to the Romans, I do what? I behave like who?
Romans.
So, when you marry Elizabeth, for example, hello? When you get married to Elizabeth, you now begin to behave like Elizabeth. Mama is laughing. You now begin to behave like who? Elizabeth. And that's why you see, some jealous mother-in-law will say, you have changed, you changed my son. My son was not like this before. How come he's not behaving like this? Why would your son change? Your son is no longer the person the way you trained him. He has another mother, a new mother, who is now nurturing him. Now the orientation you gave to him will not be changing. So he has adapted to Elizabeth. He start behaving the way Elizabeth wants him to behave. Hello? So we say, my daughter wasn't like this one. How come? My daughter said, why would she behave like that? It's because your daughter has gotten married to Sylvester. Sylvester has now become who? Our father. Hello? Sylvester has become our father. Your son has adapted to Sylvester training and discipline. Your daughter has adapted to Sylvester training and discipline. So this is the area where all mother-in-laws need to understand. Why I'm saying this because everybody sitting down here, one day you become a mother-in-law. So when you see your son and your daughter, you now see Brother Benny one day. When Brother Benny got married, and all of a sudden, Brother Benny, Brother Benny, this is not the way you are now. It needs to change because Brother Benny has another mother. Brother Benny is no longer tasting the soup that you do cook for him. Another hand has taken over. That's why some mother-in-law who are not wise, you see her fighting the wife. You have changed my son. You are evil. You are this. This is not how I want my son. No. You need to understand this. You need to do what? Understand this. Adaptation must take place. The way my mom grew me is not the way I am today. So everything about me now has been taken. My wife owns it. My heart, she owns it. I'm no longer tasting the meal that my mom cooked for me. She's the one that cooking it. And let me tell you something that will surprise you. If my mother is here, I'll say it. Sometimes when I go to visit and they'll tell me, come and eat. No, I don't want to. Do you know, I don't know. If they ask me, come and eat, I say, no, I don't feel like it. I'm hungry. I'll just say, give me small. I don't feel like it. The one my wife cooked is where my heart is. I don't feel like eating the food the way I used to eat it those years. Adaptation has taken place. So if you are a mother-in-law who does not have understanding or wisdom, you begin to fight unnecessarily. And I pray God will help us in Jesus' name. Number 5, be ready to erase the I know it all attitude. I know it all attitude. I too know, ITK. We have men like that. I am the head. I know this is how you should be. I am exposed more than you. You are not in front. We must do it this way. This is Africa. You must. If you don't do it this way, there will be an issue in this house. What did you know? Where have you gone? Have you traveled out of the country? Have you even stepped your foot in Abuja? Do you even know where Banana and Snake Island is? Is it not in this local place? This is Ijebu. This is where you are groomed. You were born and brought up in Ijebu. Have you even close? Do you know where Victoria Island is? Close your mouth when I'm talking. I too know. ITK. The word I too know is what is killing marriages today. And that's why I pity women. You see, Hello, church, let me tell you something. It is good to be exposed, but when you are too exposed, it leads to danger. You will see African woman who has gone to California. Next day you will see her in Bahamas. The next time you will see her in Canada. Career is taking her to spend 3 months, 2 months. She's married. By the time she comes back to her home, her orientation changed that moment. She'll begin to dictate to her husband, no, this is not how when I go to this country, they did it this way, we should do it this way. In her mind, in her brain, she has carried Bahamas orientation, California orientation, Canada orientation, and you want to bring it in Africa and infuse it to your husband. You must have a broken home. You must have a broken home. Culture must be culture. You don't expect the woman in Macedonia to behave like the woman in Corinth. It's not possible. You don't expect a Yoruba woman to behave like an Igbo woman. It is not possible. And let me touch this. I'm not trying to teach us to do tribal sentiments. No. If you discover or try to watch it closely, when a man married a Yoruba woman, if you don't take time in courtship to teach her some certain things, by the time you settle with her in marriage, you have a lot of work to do. But that shouldn't mean that you shouldn't marry. If God is telling you to marry another tribe, you shouldn't. But I'm telling us the facts. So before, if you know you want to marry somebody that is not from your tribe, you need a lot of work to do in courtship. You need to tell her, this is my culture, this is how we do it, this is how you shouldn't do it. When you say this is how you greet the elders in my home, this is how you greet the elderly women, this is how we cook. Come, let me teach you, let me take you to who will teach you how to prepare my traditional food. You begin to teach her these things. If you don't do that in courtship, by the time you marry that kind of woman, you will have issues. You need to be wise. We need to be wise. So you must be ready to erase the I know it all attitude. I don't want to concentrate much on that. Learn how to keep silence when it is necessary. This is where people that has hot temper find it difficult to keep quiet. Learn how to keep silence when it is necessary. Women, when you see your husband flaming up with anger, don't raise voice with him. Don't challenge him with words. Do you know why I say so? Because the tongue of a woman is faster than that of a man. By the time the man is saying one sentence, the woman has said 100 sentences before he finishes his own sentence. Adding up with the anger in that man, if you are not careful, I pray the Holy Spirit control him. If the Holy Spirit did not control him, you will have colors on your face. And at the end of the day, when his eyes is clear, he will not beg you or buy you gifts. Either you like it or not, you will accept your apology. But who will suffer the pain? It is you. So you learn how to keep silence when it's necessary. These are wisdom to keep our marriage. These are wisdom on how to own our relationship, how to take charge of our relationship. It's not trying. I'm not trying to tell you to be a fool. No, you are not going to be a fool. You are a wise woman. It's wisdom. Oh, men in the house, when you see your wife, she's angry. You know that we have some wonderful women who know how to, they know how to buy things that you have done. They have special diary. They don't have where they jot it, but in their hearts, they have special diary. They can tell you the day, the month, the hour, what happened at a moment, the color of clothes you put on, the kind of clothes you are wearing when you offended her. They can count it from number 1 to 20. They have that diary in their mind. Now, when you offend them, they will begin to vomit it out. And you'll be surprised. They said, that was what you did. When we went to visit your friend, you disgrace me publicly. That day, when you say which day, you don't forget that day you are putting on a black suit, a white shirt, a blue tie, you are putting on a black shoe. You even asked me to tie the lace of your shoe that makes you to get, I forgot it. Yes, I'm trying to remind you what you did. And after then, I was in the kitchen. I even asked you to help me to chop onions. You shouted at me that you want to watch football. When did I do this? She will now begin to explain the kind of pot that she put on her gas, and the kind of plates, and the color of knife that she gave to you. Women are wonderful to do that. So when they are angry, flaming up, as a wise man, if you cannot control your anger, please just take your shirt, go out. Because at that moment, if you cannot control yourself, take your shirt and go out before you commit suicide. So after you have taken a cool breeze to cool your temper and you have refreshed yourself, you cannot come in and sit down, then look at her and communicate with her. These are wise way to own your relationship. These are wise way to own your relationship. See, I'm telling you this. If you can implement all these rudiments, your marriage will never suffer. Your courtship will never suffer. Don't allow your emotion to take the best of you. Number 7, don't allow your emotion to take the best of you. When I was courting my wife, I took time to study her temperament. Do you know why? So that by the time we start having some little disagreement, I will know how to manage her temperament. You need to know the temperament of your partner. Is he choleric? Is he phlegmatic? Is he sanguine? Is he melancholic? You need to know which one of it is he carrying in him or her, so that you can know how to manage him. You will know how to manage her when the time arises. If you don't know how to do this, your emotions will take the best part of you. And you know the danger part of these emotions, anger. Very destructive elements. Anger. Impatience. If you are dealing with somebody that is so emotional, let me tell us, church, if your partner is so emotional, you have to be very careful. Somebody that is so emotional can shower you with her best love. Any man that is so emotional can give you with all his best love. But the day you touch that part of his socket that will make him to spark like a transformer, you'll be in trouble. Because such emotional person will lavish all his anger on you. So you must know how to manage such kind of person. If you are that kind of person, you must know how to manage your emotions, so that you don't take best part of you. I've seen, I think it was 8 years ago. I will not call the name of the denomination. A man of God has this problem. Allow this emotion to take best part of him. And he killed his wife. Mistakenly, he murdered her. By the time everything has taken place, it's just like a dream to him. Even while they are judging him in court, I'm telling you this, I watch it live on Facebook. While they are judging him in court, he was killed because they judged him live by hanging. He was screaming. He was calling the name of the wife. He was calling Jesus. He said he never knew this would happen. It's a mistake. It was when you saw the way the man was screaming, was shouting, you will know that he allows his emotion to take the best part of him. And that's why in marriage, we should be very careful. Develop the character of honesty. Develop the character of honesty. Be honest to your partner. Let your yes be yes. Let your no be no. No matter how difficult that yes, that truth will be, let it be the truth. Do you know the only person that can tell if you are honest is your wife? The only person that can tell if you are honest is your husband. And let me add this to it. The only person that can tell if you are honest is your children. Your children can tell you that, that detail lies. God bless you so much that God now give you an intelligent child. Maybe peradventure something happened, you decided to collect a loan from somewhere. And the person just said, okay, let me give you the loan. And the young man just come to you there. Juliet, you tell your baby girl, go and tell him I'm not at home. And your baby girl now go, the Holy Spirit help her to expose you. My daddy say I should tell you he's not at home. Hey! Let me tell you, children are wonderful. When you go to school, you will see the way they do gist about their parents. Some will tell you, my daddy can tell lies. My daddy told my mommy this, and it's a lie. My mommy told my daddy this, and it's a lie. My mommy told me that I should tell my daddy that this, and it's a lie. Your children knows about you if you are honest or not. Something happened of recent. This week, I have a series of video. Thursday, I think Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I went on Wednesday video somewhere to minister, and I came home on Thursday. And I was sleeping. I never knew what happened. Either I was snoring or not. I just woke up. I had this, my little baby girl. Was an abortive boy. Was telling me, mommy, daddy. And my wife called me. Come and hear what? She repeated it 4 times. I said, hey, this is a disgrace. If this little girl can expose me like this, I'm sleeping and I was snoring. It means if I tell lies, she will go out there and tell somebody that my daddy is telling lies. So learn how to live an honest life so that God will help us in Jesus' name. I will round up with this because of our time. Cover his lapses and their lapses. Don't expose your husband's lapses. No man is perfect. No woman is perfect. Cover him up. Areas where he's having a loophole, be his guide. Cover up his loophole for him. That's why you are there. Most especially women. And that's why God calls you our helpmate. The Bible says women are weaker vessels. True of us. But when you look at that weaker vessel, women are stronger. Women, is it that weaker vessel that the Bible called them? They are stronger people. Okay, if women are weaker vessels, it means that men are stronger vessels. True of us. Now, all the men in this house, can you do the domestic chores that the women are doing? Hello, talk to me now, men. Bishop. How many of you can change babies, 2 babies pampers? You are doing this, you are changing pampers, you are mopping the house. As you are mopping the house, there is a food on fire, you will go back again. Monitor that food, you will come back and attend to the children. There was a day I was at home, I tried it, I almost collapsed. I then discovered that when I was a bachelor, all the domestic chores I was doing was just for myself. But with my baby, handling her, doing this one, it gets to I have to call my wife. Go, please come and do it. I just use my body right to just tell her so that I will go and rest. I sat there and said, yeah. Is it? She now said, it's good you are at home today so that you will see what I'm passing through. I said, okay, good to I'll buy you one shawarma this evening. It is not easy. Weaker vessels, but they are strong. This is a woman that will wash your clothes, tidy up the house, cook for you, take care of your children, bake your children. You will come back home, you will feel comfortable. You will not eat, you go pot belly and sleep. Let me tell us again. Do you know that men that are going outside to work and bring income, women are doing it now? Women are doing it now. Women, they are going outside to work and bring income. What a man will do, a woman is not doing it. I will not say they are weaker vessels. Celebrate the women in the house. And that's why we as a a man, we have a lot of lapses. Let me tell us the truth. We have a lot of lapses. It is our wife, it is the women that are there to cover up our lapses. For your information, women has great ideas. No matter how foolish you are looking at them, they have great ideas. When a woman is giving you idea, is advising you, pay attention. If you pay attention very well, you will see some vital informations that will help you. Because they can discern more than men. And that's why when God gives a woman a prophetic calling, she goes far than a man. Because they can discern. Naturally, they have the gift to discern. A woman can tell you, my husband, this your friend is not a good person. He will betray you. Watch. Once a woman tells you that, watch that friend. Watch very well. If you are not careful, what she tells you will happen. They can discern. And that's why when a woman is sitting there, you want to approach her to tell her that you want to marry. Before you make that step, she has already known your calculation. She knows, she will just pretend. She knows your movement, all those movements you are doing. She knows it, everything. Except she don't want to open her mouth to tell you. Before you go, she knows it already. But if a man is sitting down and a woman is making those approaches, a man cannot know. Men, we never know. It is when a man has fall victim, that's when the man will realize, God, how did I fall into this? And that's why women need to cover your husband's lapses. And I pray as we do so, the Holy Spirit will help us, guide us, and energize us in Jesus' name. Let's celebrate the King of Kings. I want to give an opportunity for questions and answers. Questions and answers. We have questions. Do you have anybody with questions? You have a question in the house. There's something you don't really understand, you want to ask, or contribution. Okay, God bless you, man. Let's celebrate her, please. Hallelujah. Mama, please come forward. Can you use the mic?
Praise the Lord. Pastor, I really taught at length. He has taught us a lot of things. There is one particular area I want the youth, the younger women to take note of. In covering some lapses, if it had to do with the spiritual life, definitely you have a daddy in the house. Look for your father in the Lord and go and pour your hearts. Because like those people that are emotional, that led to, I just throw that knife. In fact, this thing happened in Okerube in the month of December. Yes, in the month of December, it happened in Okerube. A child did something, they were in the shop, nobody knew. But I don't record this place. Nobody knew what happened.